things over to Randy and Sullivan. They are live at the scene, Canal and Bourbon. I saw them with Helena Moreno, the council president, who may have an update after the very latest security briefing.
Yeah, you mentioned some of those roads reopening. This intersection, though, not doing that just yet. As you mentioned, Traverse Council President Helena Moreno joining us here. She's been really keeping her finger on the pulse of things, and as well as so many of our other local leaders as well. What have you been briefed so far with Homeland Security? I know your latest briefing was just about an hour ago.
Yeah, so a lot of things occurring right now, all dealing with securing our city, securing obviously tomorrow's event, which is the Sugar Bowl, which will be at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Governor's office sending in a ton of resources on the state side. We have a slew of the water barricades coming in, and those will be put around the Superdome perimeter. They'll be put potentially in other parts of the city, like where we are right now. So all of those things are happening right now, moving into motion. As you also are aware, we also have our National Guard coming in to provide for additional security, making sure that it is a safe game tomorrow. And I'll just say this, I am very confident in the plans that that the state and of course Chief Kirkpatrick are working on right now, along with our federal partners. That yesterday I did not have a ticket for the Sugar Bowl. Today I went ahead and bought one so that I will even be at the game tomorrow as well.
And President Biden briefed us moments ago about how he's committed to giving all the resources possible to New Orleans to make sure this case is solved. And I know the FBI is leading this investigation. What are your thoughts after hearing President Biden speak? And he said, what I thought was important is he said it will not destroy the spirit of New Orleans, speaking of how you're going to go to Sugar Bowl tomorrow.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, it certainly does not disrupt the spirit of New Orleans. Take a look at what you're seeing around us right now. I mean, you still have people out and about. You still have people, you know, going into restaurants that are on Canal Street, or even different businesses. I mean, that, like, the overall feeling of who we are as a city, of course, continues. But that does not mean that we can't feel this shock and this pain of what has happened to our city. And you know, in hearing President Biden speaking, what I kept also thinking in my mind is like, yes, that right now this is an attack on New Orleans, but it isn't just an attack on New Orleans. This is an attack on our country. This is an attack on us as American people.
On freedom.
On freedom. And so this needs to be looked at, yes, as a New Orleans issue for now, but it is also a national issue. So really the federal government needs to lean in as to, yes, helping New Orleans, but how do you prevent this from ever happening again in New Orleans and also in other parts of our country as well? Because there are those who, by the way, this man is an American citizen, who target our own country.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
I know that the roadway is going to be closed for maybe a lot longer than a day or two.
Yes, it is. As you all have been talking about, the FBI has taken over this investigation. They have brought in people from Quantico, and this investigation is very extensive, which means that to process this entire scene, which is a city street, will be timely, meaning that Bourbon Street will be closed for at least a couple of days and potentially even longer.
President Helena Moreno, thank you so much for taking the time out.
Thank you. Yeah, long road ahead for this investigation to be completed. Back to you.